But the idea is that we need to teach him that we don't want this bucking. I'm sure Vicky doesn't like it either. Do you, Vicky? No. Didn't think so. Okay. All right, so the idea with this is you have the ring sitting down the bottom. It must release. Okay. Now he's starting to get used to that we can do this when he's standing still, but the problem is when they move. All right, so we've got to really teach the horse that, that's not what I want you to do. Okay. So let me just wind this lead up again. I'll just tell you now, Dave, and then I'll pull on it again. We'll really pull quite, pull pretty hard with this one too, because we don't want the horse. I'd rather put more pressure on the holder here than see this horse buck and then he gets sold as a dog. So the idea, Dave needs to pull pretty hard when he does that. Okay? So go for a bit of a walk. Pick him up. Good. Okay, now. Oh, good. So the main thing, as long as you release the rope, so then he starts realising that as soon as that rope went, it was really uncomfortable. That's exactly the same as the saddle. Then we just settle him down a bit and say, good boy, mate. Let him think about it a bit. Say, good boy, mate. You're okay. You're okay. Good boy. We'll try it again. And you might have to spend quite a few lessons on this until that horse says, I don't want to run off anymore, but, okay? Okay. Thinking about it, he's thinking about it, good boy. Now just very quietly ask him to stop, Dave. All right, when he stops and stands, then we release it. So he's learning, if I get scared, all I need to do is to stop, not panic. So everything goes back to standing still. You can teach your horse to stand still really good. I guarantee you when he gets a fight, he'll just come and stop. Like that filly I was telling you about the first time out in the footpath. You went past with a big flappy plastic on it, and this filly just stopped before he had a chance to pick up the reins. She stood there shaking, as if to say, Dad, what are we going to do? I said, nothing, we're just going to stand. That ute went past and had a hell of a racket, but she stood, and that was the first time out on the footpath the young horse had been broken in. But I done all the steps with her, and she just knew that I don't know what this noise is, but I'm just going to stand in and shake, but I'm not going to move. Horses get into trouble when they try and run off. They hurt themselves and hurt you. Okay, now we change sides. We do the same thing on this side here. Got a condition, both sides of the memory bank. Good boy. Start to stand a bit better now. Now we reach down to do the girth up. Good boy, mate. And he's a clever boy. And you really make him feel like $1 million. When he stops, he does the right thing. You make him feel really good. Don't ever get mad with him. Horses are quite forgiving and learn new ways, but you've got to set it up and teach them without hurting them and without fighting them. But so much training I see these days when the horse does all this sort of stuff, they hunt them around circles, round they go, trying to wear the horse out. That might be good on the day, and then you see this person riding this horse around, look, we've got all the bucks out. 2 weeks later, Vicky goes to ride him, nice Sunday morning, and the horse puts in the buck. Because you didn't fix it, you just put a big Band-Aid over it and chased the horse until he was tired. So you have to address these things and show the horse that we need to fix this problem, all right, when you're ready, Dave. Okay. Just let him walk. That's all right. Just let him walk. Let him walk. So he's going to get used to that he can walk forward without bucking. Good boy. Ask him to stop. Good boy. Good boy. That's a clever boy. He's a clever boy. Clever boy. He's saying, Dad, did I do that right? Oh, so Just go back to the other.
John.
What's that?
Fiona's been riding him.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a great tool.
Yeah. No, this is really good. So if you haven't ridden them for a while, I just say to people, look, and it takes a few minutes to just you and your friend just to be able to do this exercise. Eventually they get that good, you can even just ask them to move forward and then you just step back and pull on that rope and do it all by yourself. But if you get a problem on, just get a friend to help. Good boy, mate. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. That's a good boy. See, already that's a lot better than what it was this morning. At least we can bend down now and pick up the rope. But this morning is running off. Just be careful with your wrong rope. You don't get tangled around your foot. Some of these horses go pretty quick.
Actually had a lass standing on his back. She spent about 40 minutes with
him. Yeah. That's not his problem though. It's the girth. See, somebody's broken him in too quick. They've got a saddle on him, they've got him in the yard, and they've hunted him around circles. He's gone, oh, what's this thing's grabbed? He's bucked and jumped, and they just chase him around. Just while I let this horse think about it, just tell you a little story. When I first came to Australia, I started meeting different people because I started telling people that I lived out in South America and Paraguay, and that's all they had was horses. Anyway, as I start meeting more people, they kept saying, oh, yeah, not a bad horse, but big girthy, a bit cold back. But I'm thinking, what the fuck's are they talking about? So anyway, I was a bit embarrassed to ask people because I was telling them that I'm a horseman, you know. Anyway, I met this girl and I quite liked her. So one day I was at her place and she said, oh, see that bay stock horse mare? Really good mare, do anything with her, but she's big, cold backed and girthy. I said, what are you talking about? So she brought her in, tied up really short to the hitching rail. She said, I've got to tie it really short because she tries to bite me when I do the girth up. And as she's pulling it up, the thing's fidgeting and putting the ears back and trying to lift its back leg. I said, that's man-made. Somebody's put a saddle on too quick and scared the horse. So I said to her, who's around this area that sort of is well known? Anyway, they told me this guy in Wynnum outside Brisbane. So I went to see him. I said, mate, I'm from another country, but I'm really interested in breaking horses in Australia. Would you mind if I watch a bit? He said, no. So we just starting a young fellow a bit cold there. We got this young colt out. He was pretty easy going, laid back sort of a dude. We got him in the round yard, just got the old stock saddle. There was no sort of investigating, smelling it, no, nothing, checking him out with the girth. Whacked the old saddle on, pulled it up, and he stepped back, picked up his lunge whip. Said, go on, mate, off you go. Clicked him up the arse a bit. The horse took 2 steps. He's into barking and kicking and grunting, and off he went. And this guy's just chasing around with the whip, chased him around for a while, then he blocked him, he chased him the other way. After about 20 minutes, the horse was just cantering and trotting, and then he sort of the horse stopped, and the horse was standing like that, really rigid, with his head up in the air, and he's going, "Oh shit, it's there! Oh, it's there too!" And I said to the guy, I said, "What are you teaching me?" He said, "Oh, getting the bucks out." And I nearly said to him, "Just put the bucks in." And all he taught that horse is to stop looking like this horse does. When he feels the girth, he goes, oh, I can't look at it. Eventually you have to pull this up and get him to look at it and make him realise it's not going to hurt him anymore. Right? But you've got to do all this in stages. Right? So, you know, like I said, I've broken in so many horses over the years, I've never had one buck. If I'd started it, and some are very sensitive. Some, when you first do all this stuff here, yes, off they go. But you just release it, they're pull and release. And the beauty about this, like I said, when the horse panicked, I released it, and after I released it, they've done the pull and release. So then the horse says, oh, if I stay with this thing, maybe I'm safer. So he'll slowly learn to accept the saddle going on and the girth being tightened up, because he'll go, oh, if I run away from it, it goes away, but then something gets me. That's why I don't use a saddle, because if I put a saddle on this horse and he bucks, and I pull on that training holder, I'm telling him it's the saddle that put all the pressure on you. I want to take it that way. Okay, so try it again, Dave. Off you go. Okay. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy, keep walking. I'm just keeping a bit of contact on this for a while and seeing if you see how the head went right up, he's quite worried about it. See, when I do this with my young horses, often what they do is they stop and bend their head around and go, Dad, what's that? What's that? They're checking it out because I've done all my flexing, done all my steps. Right? But these horses never had this, and they go, oh, there's something just grabbed my middle, I better bolt away. Good boy. There, now you start relaxing it. Good boy. Okay, ask him to stop. So we're just showing him that if you're not sure with this, mate, all you have to do is just stop. Stop and stand still. That solves a lot of problems, mate. There we go. Good boy. That's a good boy. That was good, Dave. There's something you've got to work on. Okay, do we have any questions on that one? Okay. It's pretty easy to do, but, you know, it just can fix a lot of problems. Wow, that horse is standing pretty still there, Amanda. I should have given you that horse in the first place. They were fixed long ago. But see how they learn? So the ring one is a really good one. If you get a horse got to the stage where it's barging over you, but you've got to be careful yourself, because a few times when I've looked at you, you've been there by saying, no, you can't do that, and holding that lead tight. You have to sort of allow it and say, yes, you want to barge over top of me, I'm going to suck back to pull my legs, okay? Yep. Yep. Yep, that's fine. But that's often